So as we near the end of 2nd Nephi, chapters 28, 29, and 30 are Nephi's words to us and to his brethren in the last days, the Lamanites, which he is using to wrap up his words in a tidy bow, if you will. So he's been layering Isaiah's words with his own prophecies in a way which won't betray excuse me, the Lord, in as far as not being allowed to reveal what John the Revelator is supposed to reveal. But Nephi just walks right up to the line and uses Isaiah's words as a legal precedent, if you will, to tell us in the last days what we can expect. As I said before, Isaiah should be read and studied and understood typologically instead of logically, or in other words, as types and shadows instead of real events. For Isaiah's day, they were real events, but for us today, well, they were types and shadows for the real events that we will be going through in the near future. So 2nd Nephi chapter 28 is all about the apostasy in the last days. In that parallels Isaiah chapter 29. Isaiah chapters 28, 29, 30, and 31 are 4 Isaiah woe chapters, as I mentioned previously in yesterday's video. He talks about the drunkards of Ephraim and their downfall, and of course it's parallel with Ephraim today in the last days. And of course the saints, when they left Nauvoo, they headed to the mountains of Ephraim. They sang a song, O Babylon, we bid thee farewell. We're going to the mountains of Ephraim to dwell. Well, the converted Gentiles are of Ephraim. They're grafted into the great tree, which we're going to read about in Jacob chapter 5 soon. And so, 2nd Nephi, of course, chapter 29 is about the coming forth of the Book of Mormon, and about how many Gentiles will cry out, a Bible, we have a Bible, we don't need another Bible. And yeah, the Book of Mormon has been a very dividing line for a lot of Christians. But Nephi says that those who will believe Christ's words will believe these words, because they are the words of Christ. And so that's what 2nd Nephi chapter 29 is about. And then in 2nd Nephi chapter 30, Nephi starts talking to both the Gentiles and to his brethren in the last days, to Ephraim and to Manasseh. And of course, both of them are sons of Joseph. And Jesus Christ speaks to this remnant as well of Joseph in the last days. This promised land was covenanted to Lehi, and by extension, his children, so who descend from Joseph. I'd like to read to you the first few verses in chapter 30 of 2nd Nephi. And now behold, my beloved brethren, I would speak unto you, for I, Nephi, would not suffer that ye should suppose that ye are more righteous than the Gentiles shall be. So Nephi is talking to the Lamanites. For behold, except ye shall keep the commandments of God, ye shall all likewise perish. And because the words which have been spoken, ye need not suppose that the Gentiles are utterly destroyed. For behold, I say unto you, that as many of the Gentiles as will repent are the covenant people of the Lord, and as many of the Jews as will not repent shall be cast off. For the Lord covenanteth with none, save it be with them that repent and believe in his Son, who is the Holy One of Israel. The Lamanites of the last days need to rely on their brothers of Ephraim. Interestingly, I'm of the tribe of Ephraim. I mentioned in a previous video that that my patriarchal blessing tells me I'm of Ephraim. So I take these prophecies and these duties very seriously. Interestingly enough, my dad is of the tribe of Manasseh, and my mom is of the tribe of Ephraim. And I have two sisters that are of Manasseh and one sister that is of Ephraim. So we're split right down the middle in my family, which is, I think it's just kind of weird, but okay. So I guess we're all kind of mixed in there together. So this is Nephi's way of trying to get Ephraim and Manasseh to see eye to eye, to come together, to join and to seek to establish the cause of Zion. This is the whole point and purpose of the Lord's covenant, to redeem his people, to bring them back into his presence in the end times. That's what this great and marvelous work is going to be all about. So that's about all I've got for today. We've got a few more chapters to go before we close out 2nd Nephi, and then we move on to some new things.